evening, everybody. Ryan here with the Hopper House for a Friday night open AA meeting. Thank you for joining us. Um, Tonight, Jacob will be our chairperson of our meeting. So let's tune in and let's see what they have to say.
Hands up. Hands up. Okay, welcome to the Hopper House AA meeting. Let's start with a moment of silence, followed by the serenity prayer. God, serenity, to accept the things that cannot change, courage to change the things that can, and the wisdom to before we begin, I want to remind everyone that this meeting is being streamed live. To honor the traditions of anonymity, the camera will only be focused between two Andre here. If you want to stay off camera and share, that's up to y'all. If you want to come up here, that's up to y'all also. Just use your first name. And are there any newcomers? First meeting. You want to send it to us? Welcome. Anybody? Is anyone opposed to bacon? Just a reminder who you hear here and what you hear here, that stay here. Please keep the family to a minimum for our spiritual principles. Donation basket will be passed around to keep up the seventh tradition. Contributions cover rent, coffee, utilities, creamer, sugar, etc. And this is the preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, faith, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problems and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting for our own contributions. AA is not aligned with any sect, denomination, politics, organizations, or institutions. It does not wish to engage in any controversy. It neither endorses nor opposes any cause. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help each other, help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Ask someone to read my words.
This is how it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to the simple program. Usually men and women who are continually incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those, too, who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. As some of these we bought. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all our earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was now until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol cunning, baffling, and powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God, and may you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1. We admit that we are powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all the defects of character. 7, humbly asked Him to remove all shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, we promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I cannot go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter of the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could ever relieve our alcoholism. C, that God could and would if He were sought.
I asked one to read the traditions if they come up to the podium. Let's read them.
Okay, tradition.
Yes.
All right. How many is cold?
Do you want to answer?
Oh, okay. My name is Cole. I'm an addict. The 12 traditions. One, our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. 2, for our group purpose there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as He may express Himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants. They do not govern. 3, the only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. 4, each group should be autonomous except in matters affecting other groups or AA as a whole. 5, each group has but one primary purpose, to carry its message to the alcoholic who still suffers. 6, an AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7, every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8, Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9, AA as such ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10, Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, hence the AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. 11, our public relation policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. 12, anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Cole.
Okay, we're going to be reading out the AA book, page 207. If you want to follow along.
Yeah, that's enough.
What page?
207. It's going to be the bottom paragraph.
What page was that, sir?
It's 207. Yeah, that's bottom paragraph. Okay, bottom page 207, it says, I feel myself a useful member of a human race at last. I have something to contribute to humanity, since I am particularly qualified as a fellow sufferer to give aid and comfort to those who have stumbled and fallen over this business and of meeting life. I get my greatest thrill of accomplishment from the knowledge that I have played a part in the new happiness achieved by countless others like myself. The fact that I can work again and earn my living is important, but secondary. I believe that once overweening self-will has finally found its proper place. For I can say many times daily, that will be done, not mine, and I mean it. Can you read again? Okay, my name is Jacob. For me, it's like working through the 12 steps. This is probably the last step to carry the message to other alcoholics. As I can, and from what I learned from my sponsor, personally, he gave me advice on what I should do in certain situations, and I took kind of random. And it's like I took what I tried and I left the rest. So, and that's what I do with my sponsees. I give them my advice that I have, and I share that's like my strength and hope and experience, etc. And I tell them just take the meat and leave the bones. That's my saying on that. It's like take what you need and just leave the rest. If it applies to you, great. If it doesn't, just move on. I think that's honestly one of the best or the most important parts of being a sponsor is guiding somebody through the steps. And I tell them everything that you've done and I try to help you out in certain situations. It's going to be some things that's like your sponsor may not know. It's like be some stuff I don't know. It's like, and I just go to the next person and ask them. It's like even if they're not my sponsor and they have actual work steps, it's like I still ask advice from them, and I get advice from different people, and it all contributes to my life and it helps me out. And that's I just take it right. That's all I got. We're gonna start over here.
All right. It's on page 207, right?
Yeah, 207 at the bottom.
207 at the bottom. All right. Well, I see overwhelming right here. Overwhelming, never mind. Overwhelming. Okay, so I'll just pick up where I guess I left off yesterday. So when I spoke about like my shortcoming that I was dealing with, and getting angry, like the little things in life, or the things that seem like really big, at the time when I get upset. In all reality, it's like really little. Like I got to remember, like I've got everything's good for me right now. Like I got food at the house, I've got clothes to wear, I got a job, like I'm not in danger of like dying or something right now, So I mean, I've got a bunch of big blessings that I've got to like remember to look at and remember in those situations, and and then it helped me a lot. Yesterday speaking in the meeting, and I already previously looked under the couch, but something when I was sitting down told me I talked about it again, so I went inside. I picked the couch all the way up, and it was down within the couch, like you can buy it, and dropped out on the floor. You know what I mean? Like I didn't do part of it, you know what I mean? That's all it was. I was basically making an excuse, and I should have dug deeper, and I didn't until the end. But so right after I spoke about it, I don't know what it was, but something really good happened for me. And I know that's not the topic of what we were talking about, probably, or But that's all I got. You know, you'll just keep on pushing forward, and don't give up. Things are gonna get better. You know what I mean? So that's all I got.
Thank you, later, folks.
Hi, Philip. Up here. I'm just kind of taking it all in, listening and learning.
I'm glad you're back.
My name's Crispin. We got a little over
What's
3
up,
years
Crispin?
sober. Hey, fellas. So what Lady was saying kind of got me thinking about something that, so me and Chris Hopper had a conversation about me redoing the steps, you know. And at first, I didn't want to do it. You know, I worked the steps probably 3 or 4 times already. I figured, you know, why do I have to do it again? And it's been a couple years since I've done it. But I was sitting on my bed one day in the morning, you know, praying, asking God to give me the wisdom and knowledge to see the lessons that He gives me throughout the day. And I look over, and there's this spot in the corner of my room underneath the desk that's dirty. And I missed it whenever I was cleaning up my room when they moved me in there. So I was cleaning my room, and this is when they first moved me in there. I was cleaning my room, got it looking good. I got smelling good, everything clean, except that one spot I missed, but I'd already put everything up when I seen it, and I was like, you know what, it's good enough. I'll just get it later, you know, next time I clean. And I just kept looking at it, you know, every once in a while, and it just kept bothering me. Well, that day, for some reason, or that morning, I decided to go ahead and clean it. Because I was sitting there thinking about, you know, and I prayed, and I was thinking about doing the steps again. I'm like, I don't want to have to do this again. So I go over there and I start cleaning it. And, you know, I pull the desk out and I'm wiping that little spot down, and I look behind it and I see the desk behind it's dirty as hell. So I was like, all right, so I just, you know, start wiping that down too. And I pushed the desk back in, and while I was doing that, I looked behind that big chest that they have right there, the little closet that they have. And then that was dirty. So before I knew it, I started looking at other places that needed to be cleaned, that needed to be fixed, that previously I didn't know needed that. So then I started figuring out the steps and redoing them. You know, it's the same concept. Whenever you redo the steps, it's all about being self-aware. I mean, that's a manual on how to be self-aware. And when you go through the steps again, and you start writing down your resentments, you know, and you know, there's the things it tells you to do, you rework them, and then you start noticing the things that you didn't notice previously that needed work, that you didn't even know needed work. You know, and that's the crazy thing about the steps. The more times that you do them, the more you figure out about yourself, the more self-aware you become. And if you're not self-aware, you know, then you're not gonna understand why being sober is so important. You might have an idea, but you really don't understand it until you understand yourself. And once you get there, man, the sky's the limit. That's all I have.
I'm Nick. I'm an alcoholic.
Hey.
Kind of like what he was just saying, he was self-aware. I never was self-aware until I got here. I started noticing little things about myself. But when I get aggravated, mad, or anything else like that, I'll walk off. I won't say nothing to nobody. I'll walk off, walk away. It wasn't until real recently that I started venting to people about what aggravates me, what bothers me. I'm still learning more about myself.
Thank you, Nick.
My name's Charles, I'm an alcoholic. I don't like getting up here and talking in front of everybody, so that means I need to do it. And a lot of times when I come up here and talk, especially because I'm pretty new, Moved to the steps, being on step 4, and then new to this place. It kind of feels disingenuous because there's people here that work the steps, there's people here that have time and sobriety, and I don't. But at the same time, being here, I have come to learn that just because I haven't worked all the steps and just because there's plenty of other people that haven't, it doesn't mean, like this passage says, that we can't be of use to other people. And this first sentence says, I feel myself a useful member of the human race at last, as an active member of AA. And there's a long period of my life, 10 or more years, that I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere in society. I felt like I was dragging everybody down. I felt like I was a burden to my family. I was a burden to my friends. Couldn't hold a job, couldn't hold a relationship, all the things. But when I'm sober and I'm working a program, without really even trying, I do become useful again. I had somebody yesterday tell me that I was a good coworker. And that didn't probably mean anything to them, but it meant a lot to me because I've not been a good coworker for a long time. And, I talked to my parents tonight, and they both got on speakerphone and were asking about how things are going here. And they said, we're so glad that you're there and all these things. And, there were plenty of times that they wouldn't pick up the phone if I called because they knew I was going to be fucked up or I had bad news to share or whatever it was. So I guess what I'm getting at is just being here and starting to work the program again and being around all y'all and the leaders here. And, I've got good house leaders too. I do find myself being useful. And just because I'm not as knowledgeable as some other people here, I don't have the experience that some other people have, I have come to learn that, I can help other people, whether that's guys coming in the Howe building or my roommates, or maybe I just see something a little differently than somebody else that does have some more time. So I really like this topic today. I appreciate it, Jacob. That's all I got.
I'm Christian, I'm an alcoholic. And really, I'm kind of off what Charles said, Really, I walk around here a lot of times. I look at some of you guys to talk with, man. You actually help me out a lot, I'm starting to learn a little bit about myself, just talking you up. That's all.
My name's Jake. I'm Adam. Yeah, going back to what you said about that first sentence, man. Being that I've been in prison, man, I get out here to the streets and I feel that I'm just doing me or doing whatever I'm doing that pertains to me, and I'm not being a productive member of society. And I'm out when I want, and I'm out when I want. But I feel that coming here, that's what I'm doing now. I'm being productive, keeping my own little world and being productive and staying focused. And since I've been in this J trader, because it's mainly a monitor trader, there's been 5 people that came and went in the past 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And it's like, we're trying to build these relationships, but people are coming and they're going, people are coming and they're going. So I just feel that God's telling me, hey, you don't know how much time you have with these different dudes coming through here, so give them a little bit of knowledge that you got and see what you can get from them to help keep pushing forward. And now we're there, 5 of us over there right now, but it's been like that for a couple of days now. But being on this monitor, obviously during the daytime I'm alone, which I'm cool with, but it gives me a lot of time to reflect. It gives me a lot of time to appreciate and be grateful that I'm free, not just in out of prison, but in other prisons that I was in my mind and everything else, the drugs and selling drugs and shit. So I'm just grateful to be here and to be able to meet people that are sober and talk to them and help them and go out of my way to give back, even if it means, doing stuff in the trailer park and helping out, and which I did today also. And I kind of went out of my range to go help, and my PO called, but that's a whole other story. I mean, I'm all right, but just because I'm just trying to give back. And also, I got to set my boundaries and my limits, and I can't push it if I want to get off this monitor. But bottom line is, I'm just glad to be back out here in society and be part of the race and not just be some low-life scumbag that's running the streets terrorizing things. That's all I got. Well,
Hello again, my name is Cole, I'm an addict. So, first sentence it says, man, I feel myself a useful member of the human race at last. And, but you said it right. See, inside, man, doing time behind them walls and then coming out, man, and not being a hindrance to society no more, man, and actually giving back and being a part of a community, it means something, man, and it truly is a blessing to be able to have that opportunity. Even whenever I relapsed, not only being 4 months out and fell on my face, the Lord still granted me an opportunity and a chance and put me in a rehab and then put me in here in this community, this sober living facility, and got me in a family setting that I ain't felt in a very long time. Now that I'm not a hindrance and actually a benefit to the human race, now I can start to use what the Lord has blessed me and my knowledge and wisdom in life to help another. And I mean, I ain't got much, man. But what I do have, I have a lifetime of lessons learned and a lifetime of lessons of knowing not how to do it again. All the fuck ups that I done did. Man, I run fast and I do things so stupid, man. And sometimes I resort to the old habits that I used to know. And my main thing is work, man. And I always use work as a coping method to deal with life, man. And so it goes down to that bottom sentence. It says that the fact that I can work again and earn my living is important, but secondary. I believe that my once overwhelming self-will has finally found its proper place. For I can say many times daily, thy will be done and not mine, and mean it. And so that goes to step one. Willing that it's telling me that I'm powerless over my addiction, acknowledging it, and understanding that I have God in that driver's seat, and quit taking that wheel, man. And man, I have a problem with trying to be that backseat driver, man, and something that I got to correct on a daily, man. And so I just do what I can and allow God to do his work as well. And man, it's a blessing to be able to stand amidst their community and be able to give back. The offering plate's been going around. I call it an offering plate because, man, I'm offering it up to the community funds that I have. And for the longest time, man, I've been praying over this basket, man. Man, Lord, just give me the means to be able to throw $1 or $2 in here, man, or something. But man, it finally got me to a point where I can actually put it in some work and have a little bit of change in my pocket where I can put into it, man. And it feels good, man. And so giving back is good, man.
my name is Adam, and I'm an addict. As far as the self-evaluation, man, and many of us have experienced mine out there in the streets, man. I really didn't do that. I was too worried about the next lick, man. I wasn't thinking about the long-term effects and everything, what it could lead to. I was just like JB went, well, I want my money now, you know. I was a workaholic, man. Before I came to this place, I worked 120 days straight, no vacation. And at the end, I didn't have nothing to prove to it. It's kind of sad. Everybody has a story, but I just want to complete this house program, complete this, go further through this house game, and self-evaluate myself in 120 days and see where I'm at in life. now, so, there you go. Being in the house building, man, we've had our ups and downs, and we see people, man, just, a couple days ago, man, dude just walked in, walked out, man. Like, he didn't even give it a shot, even that. I mean, with the guys that had actually stuck with us, I stuck through the time I've been in there. I've gained some bonds. To me, it's like a brotherhood, man. And I really hope everybody that's in that house building right now, we all walk out this place. I mean, like I said in the meeting the other day, that because we were out of sugar. Check this out. I told him, man, I want to be out there in the free world with y'all, man. Have a big ass barbecue. And we'll have a shitload of sugar. We ain't worried about sugar. And, my bad. But, yeah. It just feels good to have someone to talk to, someone been there, done that. And, man, I just, like I said, I stay away, self-evaluate myself in 2 days.
My name's Jeffrey, I'm at it. Yeah, this recovery shit's hard, man. It's not easy. I think it was easy, everybody would be doing it, man. Stress, man. My anxiety is killing me today. In my head all day, man, dealing with these emotions, trying to identify how I feel. You know, it's hard to be a functioning member of society. It's very hard. I don't even know what that is. I'm chronically homeless for the last 10 or 15 years, so it's more comfortable for me to be a misfit in society than it is to be a functioning member of society. I don't know what it is to be a son. I don't know what it is to be a father, a brother, a friend. So learning all of this new stuff, it can be overwhelming at times. I'm hanging in there. I'm grateful for all of y'all, man. Just trying to get through another day.
Hey brothers, well I'll tell you, this is my name, Lupe Carrasco Silva. This is my first time in a program like this, and to be honest, I don't have to lie or hide from anybody. I respect everybody. I'm not gonna judge them. I hear y'all's life. Hey, I'm proud because it's giving me a point to stay strong. But to tell you the truth, to quit alcohol, it's hard. I had quit alcohol before, but in my life, I go through a lot of problems and I get back on it. Like, I had stopped drugs before, and like I said, I stopped alcohol. I know these 12 steps because I used to go to church a lot, and I gave up. I prayed, I would talk to God, tell him I do what you want me to do, and I don't get no answers back. I don't know what else to do, but I've been thanking God. I've been praying that I got another chance to come here because when I asked for help, I got rejected because I guess they were not. I said that I wasn't a true alcoholic, but I drink every day, and drinking is real tough, buddies, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Every single second of my life that I breathe, I just hear alcohol. Come by me, please come by me. I'm your love, forget about everybody. Saint is here, Saint ain't no devil. You know what's the saying of in this world? It's your mind. Your mind is what controls everything. God is not jealous. God has all the time for every single person in this world. He knows when he's gonna come. I just pray every day, and I tell myself that I don't want to wake up. I don't. Why? Because that's the first thing I say in the morning. I wish I had a beer. And I apologize to tell you that. And to tell you the truth, if I leave from here, I'm gonna get back on alcohol. That's how hard it is. And I'm not too good of these words here, this program and everything, but I thank God that I got a chance, because if I didn't get accepted that day when I came here, I was gonna commit murder to my stepfather. Well, for because I got stranded in the street. just over to defend my mom. And I apologize to tell you the truth, but I thank God that He does gives me strength every day to stay here and keep on trying. Cause I'm a good worker. I work. I was an alcoholic. I would go to work every day, send money to my family as much as I can. But everybody would get mad at me because I was a smart mouth when it came to problems with family. And they will always see me drinking, and I end up fighting with my family over alcohol. Because I told my family, you got kids, auntie, uncle, look how they are. They're doing way worse than me. They talk back to you and everything. I don't even do that to my mom. But why they get mad at me? Because I keep drinking, and I tell my family I will never stop drinking. Until this, I've been sober for a week since I've been here.
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. You have to talk to me. Don't be shy to get to know me, but I don't got to hide because I know I'm an alcoholic and it's hard, bro. Like I say, every day, every second of my life, I just want alcohol. I leave from here. I hope I get a better life again. But thank you for listening to me.
Thank you.
You're in the right place, man. Good job.
Right.
My name's Joseph, alcoholic, been 7 years. Ever since I gave my life to God and took that urge, I have no urge to drink, want to do nothing that's to do with alcohol. He did that, like I said, walking faithfully for 6 years, gave my life committedly 4 years ago, 4.5. And within 1 year, changed my whole mindset, broke that chain, and became a better person all the way around. This is actually my 3rd time in this class. I took one before I left the TDC. When I got out, my parole been so it was my 3rd time. So I don't mind it because everything that is 12 steps off of the wall and goes right back to it. So I know it's my father. So I'll take it 3 more times. That's it. There you go.
Got some depression issues. The bottom part here says, I believe that my once overwhelming self-will has finally found its proper place. That day at home because there's a lot of time that my will and myself and the things I will upon a lot of people, it wasn't for the good. I'm always going for the takedown and the beat down, and like bro said, I need my money now type thing, you know. But now, through this process that I've been through, when I got out of TDC to where I'm at now, and like understanding that, putting God first is a thing. Now, I want to serve knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like even serving the community, that's perfect too. But my thing is the mindset. So anything that as long as my mind and maybe go squirrel on it, that's what I shoot to. Like yesterday, I spent my friend, she moved to Illinois. We were talking about struggles in life, and I told her about the Keystone, and I broke it down to her, and we talked about the Keystone for like 2 hours, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to my daughter, like I called her, and she's not on a spiritual note, but I called her and I told her about the church proverbs, and of course she threw the side, Dad, what are you talking about? I said, hey, just chill and listen. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want to hear it at first. I said, baby, just take it what you think. Just take what you think about it. And it wasn't a long conversation, but it started something. You know what I'm saying? It was about 2 or 3 minutes, because she think when I say something like that I'm really tripping, but I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, but like the Turkish proverb and the Keystone, I've been talking to several people about that for the last 4 days. And I mean, it's amazing that like it just something in my mind that I gotta let somebody know. You know what I'm saying? Like even this chick, she said her daughter was doing something with the Bible, worship. So when I say worship, I said, oh, you know about the Keystone? Off the rip, and she was like, no, what is it? Oh my God, you can tell her. You know what I'm saying? And those things excite me. You know what I'm saying? So instead of instead of taking, instead of just not being a good person and using my knowledge for the bad, now I strive to use my knowledge for the good. Anytime I get to use it, I'm getting out there because somebody has been so kind to me to do the same for me. So I gotta be so kind and loving that I gotta do the same thing because you really ain't gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I appreciate everything I've been learning because, man, if I didn't have a big head already, man, you can just imagine my head just pumping up right now. You know, the more Reebok pumps, that's how it's going. It's just, Randall, don't say nothing, Randall. but it's cool, you know, because I get so different languages from everybody. Like, Randall gonna go to the doctor, the scientific side of it, and then he'll break it down for me. And I go to my sponsor, and I go to the hood with it. And, you know what I'm saying? So all these different pictures of how everybody speaks to me, man, I love it. Because I know, as soon as I get on my phone, somebody say something like anything, like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. It's all about, I want to pick everybody up. You know what I'm saying? If I was bigger than what I am, I try to pick everybody up. But I know I can pick up one person at a time. It's being that way. And you never know, like, at some point, they might do the same thing. They might click in and it might, what I've been learning and transferring to somebody else, you never know, it can save a life, you know what I'm saying? It can save a life and it can make somebody choose God, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's very important. So that's it.
My name's Ronnie, I'm an addict, and lately I've been in my head, I know it's kind of tough. I'm barely catching on with everybody speaks it, and like, I don't know, I'm trying to hang in there because there's like the devil on one side of me saying, no, you can't do it, but I know God's on the other side, an angel saying you can't do it. And I always tell myself that I was a failure, and I know I'm not. And it's the only thing that gets me is the authority. My mom always used to tell me that eventually that I had to listen to the authority because that is the way you can get yourself straight because I was real bad on methamphetamines and like I was on the street homeless. And when I lost my mom, it was kind of hard. I was on the drugs so bad where I just wanted to die. And like I'm fixing November 23rd be 2 months for me. So November 23rd, and I hope y'all can lift me up on my birthday because November 30th is my birthday and my mom passed away 5 days after my birthday. That's all
My name's Buddy, I'm an alcoholic.
Buddy,
Sobriety date 9/5/25. I do speak at these meetings, but I'm enjoying listening tonight. I learned from listening. And I don't know what happened. I couldn't find the deal in the book. And I wanted to read along, but I didn't get to. But this place right here I've been an alcoholic for 50 years. And this place has showed me how to build my stability, what it's like to have a clear mind and I enjoy life so much. I thought I enjoyed it I did do dope for 17 years, but I quit in 94 and never went back to it. And alcohol is a drug also, but I can't shake it, but, like the guy was saying, this gentleman right here, it's alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. Well, to me, it's starting to go away. You know, and 50 years of drinking is a long time. And I'm just blessed to be at the Hopper House. And it's just an amazing thing to be sober and to be able to talk to my family, my daughter. All my siblings have passed from alcohol, and I was next in line, but I defeated it, and that's all because of God. Thank you.
I'm John.
Hello, John.
Recovered alcoholic. I've been sober, drug free, since 1983. But I had a lot of other problems, hanging out, wrong crowd. Led me in and out of prison several times. But I've been out a little over 2 years now. I've been here at the Opera House going on a year. Man, I learned so much here. Honest to say, I learned more here than I learned all my life. I learned how to be more patient, learned how to deal with several different races, different people. I try to help everybody, try to teach everybody what I know about maintenance, mechanics, whatever. I help a lot of people out here. Chris and Brandy, Ryan, all the leaders here are real proud of me for what I'm doing. I just try to do my best and go on, make a better life. Not only for me, not only for you guys, for the community, for my family. I lost most of my family. I think I only got 3 people left in my family out of 7. But I come back in contact with what family members I had. They give me a lot of support. They're proud of what I'm doing. Because I already told them, I'm going to do right, I'm going to do right, I'm going to do right. But once I got out, I went back doing my drugs, alcohol, still, you name it, I did it. But I give all that to the past and just living a good life. I go out to the community, I try to help people out there. I spread the word to them. If something needs done out there, I try to do my best to help them. I just thank each and every one of us and give you good Lord all the grace and power. Thank you.
My name's Randall. I'm an alcoholic for sure. Got a God-given clean date of May 8th of 2024, for which I'm very grateful. And the reading itself reminded me of something that someone said back in 1961 during his inaugural speech. His name was Kennedy, and he started out by speaking to the American populace, stating that, hey, we need to take initiative in making our country better. And he started with these words: my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what can you do for your country. And it didn't just end there. He went from talking about America to the very next sentence. He said, now, my fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America can do for you, but what can we do together for the freedom of mankind? He's saying that, we have a lot to contribute. America at that time was facing, just now getting out of Korea, was staring down the barrel of entering Vietnam, and America was in an unhappy state. They were facing difficulties, darkness, people were grumbling, griping, complaining. What do we have to do with the rest of the world? But Kennedy saw the bigger picture. He saw that by helping the world, by helping our country, which can help the world, we can get freedom for all of mankind, not just ourselves. We stop being selfish and start being selfless, and at the same time, we're helping ourselves. So, being of service is of utmost and paramount importance in this program. Because in order to keep what you have to give it away. Because it wasn't given to you by you, it was given to you by others who have found experience, strength, and hope. And it is your duty and my duty to share my experience, strength, and hope with the next person who is still enslaved to their addiction and their alcoholism. So think about it, gentlemen. Ask not what you can do or what AA can do for you, but instead ask what can you do for AA. It's because of programs like this that has set me free and hopefully set some of y'all free, or in the process of setting you free, that you can return the favor for someone else that's coming in that feels the enslavement shackles of their sins. Okay? And that's all I got. Thank you all for it.
Right back, one more.
I'll see something. Jacob, an alcoholic. 9325. Haircuts all around tomorrow. Whoever wants a haircut, get at me. I'll hook you up. What else was I gonna say? I had another announcement. Oh yeah, if anybody is looking for a sponsor, I'm sponsoring people now too. I'm closing in on 90 days. I know it's not long, but I got a pretty good experience with my sponsor, and I had a sponsor before that, in Amarillo, and I learned a lot, man. I feel like my experience, my strength, and my hope will go a long way towards, getting somebody some good momentum in their step work. When you work the steps, man, it's gonna give you a lot of perspective, and it's gonna be really humbling, man. You're gonna have to humble yourself. It's gonna show you where you are, your spiritual journey, where you are in relation to your family, your friends, your finances. You know what I mean? And you're not just gonna be cured after you work them and never have to do them again. You're gonna do them 2-3 times a year, every year for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And 10, 11, 12, or every day. Every day you're gonna be taking inventory, praying, and trying to carry the message and practice those principles in all your affairs. You know what I mean? I've never heard a more perfect definition or example of step one than just now when this man was up here speaking. What's your name? No, this guy. Guadalupe. Yeah, man, that's step one right there. You know what I mean? If you can't see yourself, if you can't picture your life with alcohol anymore, and you can't picture your life without alcohol either, then you're at step one. And he said he admitted that he was an alcoholic, not a hard drinker. He can't control how much he drinks. And I'm not trying to crosstalk or speak directly to anybody, man, but you're in the right place, man. You're at step one. You know what I mean? So if you need someone to take you through the steps or explain stuff to you, man, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. You know what I mean? And I want everybody in here to know also that I correspond with people outside of this place who are very spiritual, who are Torah observant, and who take the time on the weekends to fast and to pray specifically for specific things and causes for people. And so I have people praying for you guys, and from afar. And I do the same. I fast and I pray on the weekends and stuff for people's health, for their families, for just whatever I see popping up in the community. That's a little bit off topic, but I just want to let you guys know to keep your heads up, because there's people that are praying for you,
and it goes a long way to have people, interceding on your behalf like that. So as far as what the topic was, finding that self-worth, before I cried out, man, to God, and before He took me out of that dark place, before I surrendered, I was worthless, man. I couldn't find light in anything. It was just a void. I was lost. I was miserable. I was confused and angry, and everything was wrong. I couldn't find happiness anywhere. But God saw fit, man, in His infinite mercy to give me a second chance and take me out of there, man. And all the decades and years of addiction and destruction that took place in my life that I was causing, for other people too, it all, the script got flipped, you know what I mean? And now it counts towards something because, by sharing my experience, I help other people. And by just showing up and listening or interacting, you know what I mean? It's a testament to God's mercy and to his purpose for us in our lives. You know what I mean? I'm a living testimony of his mercy and His forgiveness. You know what I mean? Everything, man. Alcohol on my mind all the time, not being able to escape from it. I've been there. You know what I mean? I've lived through that, man. I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and your skin's crawling and you can feel the wind blowing through the hole in your heart. You know what I mean? And I know what it's like to shake so bad and be sick that you can't handle it, and to I stole from my own mother. I know what it's like to be there, man. And if God saw fit, to restore my good health and my peace of mind and my sanity, and to make whole again my spirit, and to transform me into a new spiritual being through baptism, then He definitely has a plan for you guys too. We're all in the same place. We're all on the same journey. So don't lose heart, man. You know what I mean? Just know that there are people out there praying for you. I'm praying for you individually. I pray that God goes before you and makes a way for you in the world so that you're not discouraged, and so that He shows you favor among men, with your coworkers, with your finances, your jobs, your health, your sanity. I'm praying for you, man. Everything that He's blessed me with, man, I want to give back to you guys, man, by talking with you and being of service at these meetings. And if anybody wants to get together and go over steps or pray or anything, just jive and talk or whatever. I'm here for you. I just want to make that known to everybody. So that's all I
All right, we made last an hour and a half. We're gonna finish up with the chips.
I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Okay, got one 24-hour chip. Not everybody rush up here at once. You got it? Okay, you make it today. See you about tomorrow. What do you got?
My name's
Corbin. What do you do with it?
My name's Corbin, and I'm gonna actually work like the steps and stuff this time instead of like eating my own way to get out of here. Stay put for once.
Let's hear from Corbin. Yeah.
Okay, we're out of the lunch chips. Does anyone have a month?
Anyone have 1 month? What all you want?
Okay, stand up, close name.
I mean, it's cold. Today I believe my 40th day, and man, it took a lot of patience, man. But I'm happy to say that I'm walking out to number 2. Thank y'all, man.
Michael, you said, bud.
Any more for 30 days?
Any more? We don't have any chips to give, but we will acknowledge. 60 years of mix. Oh. All right, we got a 2-month chip. Anybody have 2 months? It says your liver is writing thank you notes. It's funny. Nobody? Nobody. All right. 3-month chip. Anybody have 3 months sober? Anybody?
Somebody.
Going once. Going twice.
All right.
4-month chip. Wait, is that a 6-month chip? This is confusing. You have a different color chips in. Okay. That's a 4-month chip. 4-month chip. Anybody have 4 months? No? All right, I'm very glad to do today.
5 months.
5 months. Anybody have 5 months? Nobody. All right. 6 months, Layton, come up here, because I told you I didn't call you out. You know you have 6 months.
So Layton, 6 months, and I'm gonna just lock in, throw it in my pocket. So
Thank you, Layton. Short and sweet. So Layton. All right, well, now we have our 7-month chip. Anybody have 7 months? 7 months. I thought you raised your hand. You good? All right. What about 8 months? No? All right. 9 months?
Could have been a baby.
What?
It could have been a baby.
Does anybody have 9 months? Maybe goes off in his own world sometimes. All right, now we're at 10 months. Maybe could have been a month old. Nobody. All right. Cool. Unorganized. All right, 11 months. Anybody have 11? Nobody. Nobody? All right, cool.
Yeah, if you have a year or more, put your name on the board. We'll celebrate it every third Friday of the month. And we also have our last ship is a 10-minute trip. We gone out recently and decided it wasn't a couple like you wanted to do, and you came back.
Anybody? We have a lot of these 10-minute chips, man. Y'all want to come out and talk? Is it just a rematch chip?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, do that. Come back.
Oh, okay.
When I found out it's
So
I'm gonna call you out if you
want to quit smoking or cussing or pornography or anything.
That's first reading.
For everything, like alcohol, drugs, gambling.
I'm gonna take one too because I got mad today. Lost my temper for a little bit, and I'm better than that, and I shouldn't have done it. Layden, I'm sorry. I love you. Cool.
Good job.
All right, guys. So we're gonna give you a couple. So I'm gonna read the promises, and we'll close it.
Charles, I'm alcoholic, and these are the promises.
Okay, Abby, come up here.
I'm still Charles, still alcoholic. These are the promises. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through it. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not forget the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. The feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Here are people and an economic insecurity will lead us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them.
Chair, circle up.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.